This print right here is my best big cat moment from Kenya. The light was beautiful, but it was fading fast. Here's what happened and why the eastern side of the Mara River is a must for photographers. Welcome back to episode 3 of my Kenya Scorecard series, where I break down every stop of my Best of Kenya workshop, what it's like to shoot, what to expect, and where I'd spend my time and money.
We left the Mara Triangle with that familiar rhythm. Early start, cold air, tyres humming on the corrugations, everyone keen for the day's adventure. After a few days there, I remember thinking, it's still the Mara, how different can it be? Then we crossed the river and within minutes it felt like someone turned the volume down. The land opened up, drier country, cleaner light, fewer vehicles, and suddenly there was space. Not just space on the track, space in the frame, space to slow down.
It didn't take long before this part of the Mara started showing its cards. We rolled up on a coalition of lions, guarding their prey, while vultures circled and shuffled in, trying their luck.
Then came the best secretary bird sighting of the trip. Elegant, strange, just cruising through the grass like it had all the time in the world. And later, in the mid-morning sun, we watched a male lion pick his line and head for the shade. Unhurried, like the heat didn't get a vote. Strangely enough, it felt like the Mara exhaled, and the second it did, it was easier to stop reacting and start composing.
The reality is, this side of the river can tempt you into being lazy. You see a big cat, you stay tight, you spray frames, and you chase the moment because you're scared it will disappear. Then last light hits and it's like the camera can't keep up. You get home thinking you nailed it, but then you zoom in and your stomach drops. Soft, noisy, heartbreak. If you've ever zoomed in after a trip and realised the moment was there but the file didn't survive, you know exactly what I mean.
So it became clear very early that the freedom and the feeling of space was an opportunity to really slow down.
But we always want our insurance shots first.
The rule with insurance shots is simple: security first, creativity second. Whenever the light started to fall into place, I didn't go hunting for the hero frame straight away. I banked at least one safe shot, sharp enough to protect the moment. Even if it looked a bit rough, I could live with the noise, but I can't live with the blur.
Here's the lesson: the second you see a sharp frame on the back of the camera, everything changes. The panic disappears because you know you've got the moment. And once you've got it, you're free.
You stop worrying about sharpness and start building the image, what to focus on, what to include, and how to make it feel like a story, not just a record.
On our second afternoon in this area, we asked our guide to do his best to find us a leopard. He was up front, it wasn't going to be easy.
We put in the hours, plenty of scanning, plenty of nothing. The light was starting to feel like it was slipping away, and that's usually when you start to accept it's not happening today.
Finally, miles from camp, we found a female leopard with her prey. And to add to the pressure, our guide said she was about to take it up the tree. So we did exactly what we'd been practicing and banked those safety shots while she was still on the ground.
And then it happened. In the last light, we watched her haul the water buck up into the branches. It was quiet, it was beautiful, and I was in awe. I almost forgot I was holding a camera for a second. This is the moment photographers dream about, and because I'd already locked in that safe shot first, I wasn't scrambling, I was ready.
When I got back to camp and looked through the sequence, the lesson was obvious. Those safety shots weren't just a backup. They were the reason that the whole moment worked. Once I banked a few epic frames while she was still on the ground, everything in me calmed down. I could breathe. The pressure disappeared because I already had something amazing in the bag. That's the lesson I want you to take away today. Secure the moment first, then tell the story. Confidence first, creativity second.
The verdict: if big cats are your priority and you want the Mara to feel a bit wilder, heading to the eastern side of the Mara River is a yes. The space gives you time, and the time gets you better frames.
Photo opportunities are 9 out of 10. The big cats can be ridiculous out here, especially in the last light. But you don't come here with tunnel vision. Some of my favourite moments weren't big cats at all, like this pygmy kingfisher, tiny, electric blue, and somehow just as thrilling to photograph. Curiosity is always rewarded. Crowds and access are 9 out of 10. Similar to Samburu, it felt like you had more room to work. More space between vehicles, More space in the frame and more time to let the moment unfold instead of rushing it. It just felt wilder. Light and conditions are 8 out of 10. Drier country, beautiful atmosphere, and when the sun drops, it gets moody fast. The last sliver of light is where the magic happens or where it all falls apart, so you've got to be ready. Uniqueness, 8 out of 10. It's still the Mara, but it feels like the place lets you breathe a bit easier. More space, fewer distractions, and slower rhythm. And with that comes a different kind of photography. Less chasing, more choosing, and more intention with every frame. The overall experience is an 8 out of 10. It was a real highlight of the trip for me, purely because how it felt to shoot. That's a total of 42 out of 50, and it puts this part of the Mara just above Amboseli for me. Next episode is the Mara Triangle, the classic Mara, and the session with a pride of lines in the rain was an absolute highlight.